And a guy who's been covering the series from Boston, the man who gave us 3D TV. When it comes to social media, he is about that life. Dennis Scott is on FaceTime. And DZ, you've been covering the series. Is there an undercurrent of nastiness in this series, or is this just playoff basketball?
Most of it is playoff basketball, and Isaiah hit it right on the head. Old school basketball, you try to talk a little trash, get a player out of his game, get him to do things that he's not used to doing. But Isaiah, you notice back in your day, guys would throw a punch here and there, and hands would lead. Nowadays, guys are making so much money, guys really don't want to fight because they really don't want to get the fine. So with that being said, I think Jimmy Butler and Marcus Smart, they're about that life in the playground. They're not about that life on the NBA court. So both of them need to just concentrate on playing better basketball in this series.
Yeah, well, 3D on the playground and even, most places, when a guy get in your face like that, hands go first no matter how much money you make. And if these guys are making that much money, they can afford to pay the fine if they want to be about that. But since they're not about that, when we go back to the game plan, you look at what Boston did by downsizing, getting smaller. How did that truly affect Chicago's substitution pattern, and also how did that affect them on the offensive and defensive end?
Two things. First thing that comes to mind, and put Al Horford at the center position, and he had a chance to bang with Lopez more than Amir Johnson was doing. Then also, too, it brought another shooter on the floor with Gerald Green, and that was the thing that kind of shocked everybody. We thought he was going to go with a bigger body with Zeller, but he told us in the coaches meeting, Brad Stevens, that Gerald Green, with his athleticism and being able to knock down three-point shots, it opened up driving lanes for the rest of the guys. So he was the X factor in Game 3 and 4.
Hey, Dennis, you were a shooter, and Rondo played great in that first two games of getting guys shots. What would you do as a shooter and getting yourself open without a Rondo now? I mean, what are the other guys? What does Jimmy Butler, what do they have to do to help themselves get offense?
Well, it's the other way around, Billy. It's like Mirotic and Zipser, guys like that. They have to go to Jimmy Butler and D. Wade now and say, hey, guys, when you get double-teamed, I'm going to find an open area where you can find me to knock down shots. Very similar to Isaiah Cannon. Now he's in the starting lineup. He's not a traditional point guard, but he gives you great ball pressure, and he can knock down three-point shots. So it's going to be interesting now, Isaiah, you know this. Can Jimmy Butler and can D. Wade be facilitators and finishers at the same time? Because now with no Rondo, you saw in games 1 and 2, Lopez and everyone else getting wide-open shots. They sorely miss Rondo in that area as well.
Dennis, looming over this series is the fact that Chicago is an 8 seed. They're playing with house money. They have nothing to lose. Boston finds themselves in this position as the top seed in the East, and people questioning how they got to that position. So are they carrying a little more weight in this series in terms of trying to get this thing finished, move on, and make sure that they're not the victim of an upset here?
No question about it, Vince. Those first two games, we all know why there's a little cloud over the team, and I think now they found their mojo back. And each day, Isaiah's feeling better and better, obviously. So with that being said, I look for a great Game 5 tonight. I look for the Boston Garden to be electric, and look for those guys to play well. And also, too, guys, it's been kind of odd where normally role players play better at home, where in this series it's been the other way around. Role players have played better on the road.
No. 3D, which Isaiah are you talking about? Me, Isaiah, or Isaiah? You confusing me with all these Isaiahs.
I got this Isaiah.
So, 3D TV,
right.
Isaiah.
I have this Isaiah. You take that Isaiah. We'll be good. Dennis, thank you. Great job on the series. We'll look forward to you.
Hey, Vince,
yes,
I know you about that life, so you be easy, baby.
Nah, man. I left that life a long time ago.